Welcome back. I'm Steve Anastas, and with me is the varsity sports producer for LMCTV Sports, Rob Moretti. Rob, welcome.
Hey Steve, how are you doing today?
I'm great. So thanks for joining us today. We're really happy to have you. And what we're here to do today is to discuss LMCTV sports coverage and what it is that we do at LMCTV and how it benefits the community. So let's just start with an overall sort of statement about what it is that we provide the community.
Well, LMCTV provides, we cover dozens upon dozens of varsity sports games at Mamaroneck and Rhinebeck high schools. Usually somewhere in the 70s to up to 80 games per year we'll cover across most, if not all, team sports. Full games, and then we also we'll cut highlights and put plays of the week up on our social media to highlight some of the great plays that our local athletes have made. To execute these shoots, we hire a lot of local youth and local aspiring professionals.
Right, so to that point, obviously as indispensable as you are to the program and the programming, who is it really that constitutes the overall sports department?
Well, I'm full-time at LMCTV, and then everyone else is hired as a part-timer. So we have announcers and we have camera people, and they're the ones who are out there framing the shots and commentating the action. And it's really a great opportunity for, as I said, young people in the area to get experience in the field. Sports is a tough field to crack professionally. So any experience that you can get, that you can put a reel together, it's going to give you a leg up on the competition. So
that includes not only students in the area, not just within the Mamaroneck school system, but the Rhinebeck school system, and we even use neighboring schools as well, correct?
Neighboring schools, neighboring colleges. Iona students come to us very often for on-air work especially. And even just people who live somewhat nearby in the area and want experience either in front of the camera or behind it. There are people that we'll consider hiring.
So aspiring professionals.
Exactly.
College graduates or
Certainly.
Anything of that age group, right?
Mm-hmm. And even older people can too if they're looking to switch careers or if they're interested in trying out something new and they've shown that they are capable of handling either a camera or a broadcast, then we consider them as well.
Fantastic. Now, getting into the more granular element of how you put the programming together, to borrow from a sports phrase, inside baseball. How is it that you determine the schedule?
That's a great question. And the schedule, I'd like to think of it as a puzzle. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to pick the games that are going to be the most competitive, that are going to be the most hard fought, that are going to make good television. So what I do is before each athletic season, I have a meeting with the athletic departments at the two schools. We review which opponents on their schedules are going to be
the most competitive.
Right, expected to be the most competitive. Right. And then I go into my cave and I try to resolve that with these two games are happening at the same time, and we really can't do that. And we can only cover so many games in a given week. So
now, having said that, with more participation, we have had multiple game shoots at the same time from time to time.
It's been done. It's more of a special case. I know in this past spring there were two playoff games going on at Mamaroneck High School at the same time in two different sports. And we were luckily able to both get enough crew together and reserve enough of our spare cameras to make that shoot happen. But normally I wouldn't plan to do it.
Right.
Playoffs are a special case where we do try to cover as many games as we can.
But in the more general sense, we try and give as much coverage and professional coverage quality to each game that we broadcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Did you know that if you missed the last government meeting, you can watch it on our website? Just go to lmctv.org, click on videos, then click on municipal meetings, scroll down to find the meeting you want, or use the search function in the upper right corner and type in the name or date of the meeting. Then watch. You can see the full agenda and jump to a specific agenda item. It's all a click away at lmctv.org.
So I'm curious, Rob, I've been with the program for several years now. Where did it get its start within LMCTV, and how long have you been with the program?
Well, the program started back in the fall of 2008 as a pilot program.
Based off of?
Originally off of the Mamaroneck baseball team winning the state championship that previous spring. And the local community wanted, that kind of spurred them to want sports coverage, so they went to LMCTV, and budgets had to be approved and all that, and they hired Seth Rothman to head the entire operation. And then I was one of Seth's first part-time hires. The first game was Mamaroneck's homecoming game in September 2008, and then they did a select number of games throughout that school year, culminating in another state championship baseball run from Mamaroneck. And we were up in Binghamton for that. And then from there, it was a full program after that. It was approved to continue. So we've been running with that ever since.
And Seth is now at the Yes Network.
He is. He's jumped onto the professional ranks, and he's doing a tremendous job there. And we miss him, but we see him once in a while.
Yeah.
And I came on full-time in 2012. So I've been here since.
Now, obviously, it's pretty clear what kind of service is provided to the community. What impact do you really feel it has on the overall community?
Well, I think it has a great impact, and you have to look at it in a number of different ways. Not only are local youth getting experience in this field, but the local athletes are getting more coverage. They're getting online videos they can share wherever they want.
Right. For their own highlight reels to be able to show
to colleges.
Exactly.
For example, we've had a number of athletes asked to use our footage in college reels to show to prospective coaches. Parents who maybe can't make it to a game have a chance to see the game. Other relatives, uncles, aunts, grandparents who live far away, they can watch the game on our website whenever they want. So you can kind of bring them here when they can't physically be here. Tremendous impact, yeah. And then fans, can see as well.
So games are broadcast on YouTube and available in high definition.
Correct.
And they are broadcast on our local access channels, which we are actually petitioning to try and get in high definition as well.
Right. Right now we're in standard definition on your TV screen, unfortunately, but online we're in high definition. So whether you're watching us on demand on our website or also on our website, if you click a link, there's links down below the main rotator to watch all of our channels live in high definition. So if the game happens to be on, if it's the weekend usually, you can watch right there and it'll still be in HD, just won't be on demand.
Last but certainly not least is what the future holds for LMC TV Varsity Sports and where we've gone in recent past and where we're going in the future.
I think the next thing we're trying to build towards is more live production.
We were able to broadcast that one playoff game live. I was honored enough to be on the call for that one.
Right. We weren't technically supposed to do that, but we got away with it without any terrible ramifications.
Right.
But the future is in live streaming, so that's something that we are exploring. LMCTV is in the process of evaluating getting a production van. So down the line, if we were to get a production van, we'd be able to bring that out, not only to pump out the game live on TV and online, but also to cut down on workflow and do all of the switching live as the game is happening.
And increase the production quality of the game that would be broadcast
graphics
live.
And replays, which we do right now as well, but I do those
in post-production.
In post-production. Instead of doing that, I could spend more time on production, less time on post-production, and possibly even be able to cover more games that way.
So it is a fantastic resource for the community. It's been a great opportunity for me to get back into broadcasting. I'm very grateful to LMC TV Sports and LMC TV in general for all the things that I've been able to do here, and grateful to Rob for hiring me, and really happy to be a part of the program. Is there anything more that you wanted to share?
If anyone wants to become involved, if it's something that you think you want to do, you can contact us. My email is Moretti, that's my last name, Rob Moretti, at lmctv.org, and make your pitch to me. Let me know why you want to join the team and what you think you can bring.
So that'll do it here with the sports segment, I suppose you could say, in our roundtable discussion with Rob Moretti. I'm Steve Anastas for the Local Live. Now back to you.